Ladies and gentlemen, what is happening? It's your boy Kyle Duck here. Welcome back to Yoke Break TV. This week is the Yoke Break Outbreak Viral Week here at yokebreak.com. And what we're going to be talking about is all about using viral marketing to help grow your business. And today we have a really cool and creative and awesomely awesome case study out of Australia where a SEO and internet marketer by the name of Matthew Carpenter spent 1 week on one website. I guess you could sort of call it an affiliate or drop shipping website, and made $100,000. We'll tell you about how he did it now and how you can do it yourself. So let's hop right in, guys. So here it is right here, the $100,000 website. Now you may or may not have heard about it. What this is, it's ship your enemies glitter, ship your enemies glitter.com. And what it does is for just $10, you can go here and buy an envelope full of glitter, enter in your enemy's name and all this sort of fun stuff. And send your enemy or somebody you dislike or somebody you want to play a prank on, send them an envelope full of glitter, so that way when they open up the envelope, glitter goes flying all over the room and all that sort of fun stuff. Now, the thing I love about this site, in comparison to the way a lot of SEOs out there make money, the way a lot of SEO gurus out there tell you to build an internet marketing business, is just how easy. I mean, look at this site. This is like a one-page WordPress site, 3 pages with the terms and privacy policy. You don't have like huge content silos and all that sort of nonsense. No blog network, nothing. Just creativity and awesome execution. Now, what happened after the guy, Mr. Carpenter, put this site online? He went to work. Well, you could say it accidentally became viral or went viral, but the reality is he systematically pushed this site into becoming viral. Now, while the circumstances of all this, making a viral site out of some cockamamie idea, it might sound exceptional, or you might be thinking that's something you can't do. But the reality is that underneath that success, underneath this viral story, underneath this huge viral story, there is a root formula, underlying principles that anybody, including you, can use to grow their business. Now, let's break down just exactly how he did that. First of all, the site's tone and details are all targeted at a very specific market. And that market is the Silicon Valley / startup / tech savvy 20 to 35-year-old male. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If you look here at like some of the text, well, first of all, the tone of the site, well, it's hilarious. The whole concept is hilarious. Of you're contrasting two diametrically opposed ideas, and the enemies and glitter. Glitter is something you associate with 5-year-old children. An enemy, it isn't even a word that's like that much in use anymore. Seen as too serious or aggressive or something. So right away you have an attention-getting concept. Now, there's a lot of really small details here that I think really help this site go viral. You can see some of his copy here, glitter as a service. Now, if you've been around the kind of San Francisco or Silicon Valley or just follow that scene at all, this kind of catchphrase, such and such as a service, is a big buzzword. And then the copy, I mean, look, he's just using cuss words everywhere and just cursing and talking about glitter, and there's just funny stuff all over it. Our process. It's like a mixture. His copy is like a mixture of a frat boy with, I don't know, a Silicon Valley MBA or something. It's just, and all these little details, this combination of seriousness, our process, with just, base humor. We're taking this one for the team. This shit gets on everything. The whole copy throughout the website has all these funny little details, like having a fact section. Is this for real? Yes, you blanket idiots. Blah blah blah. So, and just all the there's just all these great little details right here that I think one, made this seem really legitimate to people looking at it, and two, was just really funny and fun to share. And just overall, all these little things, all these little details combining uh, the language of, a Web 2.0 startup with, the humor, the crass humor in the copy that he employs. I think you could say it really signaled to tech-savvy journalists and also tech-savvy readers who are, the market for this, or especially you could say the market was spread for this. It kind of signaled that he was one of them. Because guess what? That group he was signaling to uh, happens to consist of the vast majority of kind of modern 20 to 35-year-old male and female media outlets and media members. So naturally, when he's signaling to all these things to them that he's one of them and really writing his humor towards these people that have a lot of influence online, he put himself in a great position to get his product spread around. Now, as a foundation for going viral, first of all, he got the site featured on producthunt.com, which is just a little, I'll show it to you right here. Yeah, it's just a product where people put in their, people can add new products and get them upvoted. I don't know how he got it upvoted. Maybe he emailed the editor, or maybe he had some friends do it, or who knows, or maybe there's a Fiverr gig out there for it. But he got the site featured as the main product of the day, which from there, journalists picked up on it. Now, the journalist picking up on it probably had some help, which I'll be explaining. Because he leveraged that, that daily feature, he leveraged it into loads and loads of media coverage from top blogs. Now, he didn't just wait for them to find it. He emailed them and said, hey, this is my product. This is, here's why it's a great story, and emailed them from his own account, from anonymous accounts, and kept on emailing until he got a journalist to write about it. And I'll show you just some of the media coverage he picked up. Here's Time.com featured him. Fastcompany.com, wrote an article about it. The Telegraph featured him as well. All these articles with just telling all about him, the business, just covering all these little details. Here again, Huffington Post. I mean, these are some of the biggest sites in the world that all overnight were doing features and writing about his business. And again, TechCrunch.com, another major website. Now, then, just as the media coverage was beginning to fade out and his 15 minutes of fame were expiring, he did something very clever. He very publicly begged people to stop buying his glitter bombs. And then he leveraged that public plea to stop buying his product in the second round of media coverage. So you can see right here on the Independent article at the headline, he's pleading with people to stop buying the glitter product. And so what happened is, he sent out some tweets and sent out some emails to these media outlets saying, don't buy it, don't buy it. Well, of course, that incentivizes them to write another article about him and get him a second round of publicity. So he did the same. You see a Huffington Post featured as well. Of course, they wrote it as a negative story, blows up in Founder's face, as if he didn't want to be overwhelmed with sales, and as if he didn't want the publicity. I mean, obviously. And again, The Guardian, Founder's sales company, after begging users to stop, again, all of them bought right in and were glad to help him give publicity to his company because they were getting page views out of it. Now, once that second round of publicity hit its peak, he put the site up for sale on Flippa.com. It sold for $85,000. It's not bad for a week's work, huh? Combine that with the $20,000 in sales he had, and he cleared over $100,000 in just 1 week. Here you can see the Flippa thread where he goes into all sorts of detail. 20,000 sales, 2.5 million visits. I mean, the great thing about this is it took no technical expertise to put together hardly. This isn't a complicated database-driven site or anything like that. I think it's just a simple WordPress site. No 5 million words of content, etc., etc. So let's talk about how he actually did this and how we can apply that to our businesses, which is what matters. First of all, he had a creative, original, noteworthy, and cheap to execute concept that elicited both laughs and a certain degree of outrage. Those combinations of positive and negative emotions are both incredibly crucial to getting your product or service or concept or idea shared massively online and helping it go viral. He had a funny and noteworthy execution. Like I showed you on the copy on the website. He had a certain sense of humor, combined kind of MBA speak, like the typical stuff you see from startups, with just like a really crass, terrible language. And those contrasts, made it even funnier. And then, well, he was very cleverly executed his viral marketing strategy of, emailing out to all these sorts of blogs and getting one blog and media outlet after another to feature his site and building on each round of coverage and then getting a second round of coverage after the first just to get even more links and get even more, popularity and prestige and infamy. Let's talk about some of the other takeaways from this case study. One, hard work doesn't pay. I mean, look at this site, guys. I think we've all worked on much more complex, sites, affiliate sites to rank for, I don't know, whatever. UseDirtyDiapers.com or whatever those things you're trying to rank for. All that stuff, in a way, is just way. You have to work way harder to profit from those sort of things. It's not the hard, how hard you work. It's your strategic level of thinking and your creativity and your execution of your business concepts that determines your success. Two, like I said, just be creative. If you do the average, if you do what everybody else is doing in business, you're going to get average results. The only logical thing to do is to do what is uncommon. That entails taking risks, that entails doing things different, even making mistakes. But every time you make a mistake, every time you push your boundaries, you learn. And you learn new things, and you get new understanding and experiences that you can apply to the next round of your business. And again, don't do what everybody else is doing, like I said. And also be impatient, right? If this guy wanted to, wanted to, sell glitter and made a glitter affiliate site, bestglitterhq2015.com. It takes 6 months to get ROI with that. Don't be afraid to be impatient and to set yourself really unrealistic goals. Make such and such amount in weeks or months or whatever, and just force yourself to use that impatience to force yourself to be more creative with your strategic thinking and your approach to business. And lastly, combine elements of soft and hard skills. What I mean by soft and hard skills, a soft skill is just marketing knowledge. Copywriting is a hard skill. SEO is a hard skill. Programming is a hard skill. Soft skills deal more with strategy and your mindset and your understanding, while hard skills have more to do with your technical execution. Those are two areas in your life you always have to be trying to improve on, just to build a competitive advantage. In his case, he had hard skills with SEO, probably with copywriting and in website design, and he combined that with soft skills of knowing how to write funny copy that engages a certain audience, and also knowing how to manipulate the media to get more coverage. So that includes round one, our $100,000 1 week case study here at the Yolk Break Outbreak Viral Week. I'm Kyle Duck, and thank you for watching. We'll be back more soon. Cheers, guys. Peace.